Hello guys, Nemox here, and today we are diving into What If Naruto Wasn't Uchiha Part 10. Before I start, remember to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you get notified when the next video comes out. Also, comment down below in the comment section what else do you want to see on this channel other than Naruto What Ifs. Like maybe Among Us games or like live streams. Just comment it down below. Now that the announcements are done, let's get started. The day after the Uchiha Massacre. After being put under the Tsukiyomi, Naruto and Sasuke were shown scenes of their family and clan's slaughter. Due to the trauma, Naruto and Sasuke eventually passed out. It wasn't until next morning that reports of both Uchiha's absence from the academy spurred an investigation. After class ended, Ichiraku, along with a few other staff members, went to investigate the absence. Immediately after the staff members entered the Uchiha compound, the corpses of the Uchiha members were discovered, hidden in their homes. Horrified and not knowing what to do, Ichiraku ordered a few staff members to report this to the third Hokage. Not long after, the third Hokage along with dozens of Anbu members arrived at the scene. With great efficiency and professionalism, the Anbu members were able to locate and record the fatalities. Soon, they swept by the two last surviving Uchiha members, Naruto and Sasuke, on the ground, unconscious. After confirming their identities, Naruto and Sasuke were then urgently relocated to the village hospital where they were to go under critical care. After arriving at the hospital, Naruto and Sasuke, who were still unconscious, were immediately sent to be analyzed. As soon as the results came out, the hospital doctors quickly went to inform the third Hokage about the two Uchiha's conditions. Report! Lord Third, the two boys have been checked. They don't seem to have any sort of major physical wounds, but we have noticed that they have been through extreme trauma that may leave lasting effects, warns the nurse. They will probably stay in a stress-induced coma for a while, adds the nurse. Okay, take good care of them. As of right now, I have some matters to take care of, directs the third Hokage as he turns around with a darkened face. While Naruto and Sasuke were unconscious on the medical beds, a few things happened. First was an investigation led by the third Hokage to find the culprit of the Uchiha massacre. Sadly for them, Danzo and his men were extremely good at their job and left no traces of evidence or witnesses. The Anbu did, however, discover Shisui's corpse a few miles away from the village drifting on the river, with both eyes missing. Although nobody knew what to do with this information, the third Hokage had a rough idea. After seeing Shisui's corpse, the third Hokage paid special attention to his missing eyes, and just knew it was a scheme of Danzo collaborating with Orochimaru. Unfortunately for the third Hokage, he had no proof of this event, and with just a mere hunch, isn't going to evict a person like Danzo, as he is an extremely high-ranking authoritarian figure in the village. As a result of the limited evidence and restricted options, the third Hokage could only wait for the only survivors of the incident to wake up, Naruto and Sasuke. In the hospital of Konoha, a few days after the Uchiha massacre. Huh? Where am I? Naruto and Sasuke mutter, as both of them start regaining consciousness. Slowly, they tried to open their eyes, but both were immediately met with an intense pain at the back of their heads. Reacting to the pain, Naruto and Sasuke start holding their heads, trying to lighten the throbbing. Once the throbbing from their heads stopped, they both sat up and met eyes with each other, both confused and not knowing what's happening. Naruto! Sasuke! You kids are finally awake, says the third Hokage, relieved. How are you kids feeling? Asked the third Hokage, concerned. I don't remember anything. My head hurts, replies Naruto, rubbing the back of his head. Yeah, mine as well, adds Sasuke. Do you kids remember anything from the last time you were awake? Asks the third Hokage, with a hint of concern. I think we were at a party, and we ate a lot of delicious meat, says Sasuke, trying very hard to remember. Oh yeah, it was Choji's birthday party. There was also a very large cake, adds Naruto, hungry as well, but still a bit confused as to his scrambled memories. And then asks the third Hokage in a more serious tone. Well, then we went home, wanting to tell mom and dad about all the fun we had at the party. Then, Sasuke continues, now focusing extremely hard trying to align his memories. Naruto as well is concentrating on what his memory holds. Then suddenly, both Naruto and Sasuke simultaneously give a loud groan, holding their heads. Memories start to flow in. The scenes of Itachi killing their clan, the bodies of their clan members along with family, rush into their minds too quickly for Naruto and Sasuke's minds to comprehend. The feelings of pain, sorrow, and hate all at once manifest themselves in the minds of Naruto and Sasuke. Completely overwhelmed by the sudden appearance of intense emotions, Naruto and Sasuke both pass out, lying back on the medical beds. The third Hokage, after witnessing this, quickly leaves the room in search for a nurse to rehabilitate the two Uchihas. Hours later. During these past few hours, Naruto and Sasuke were both out cold. Slowly and gradually, both of them started processing the overloading amounts of emotions. In their minds, the two boys constantly reflected on the events of their clan's massacre and the betrayal of their idol brother. Sasuke, with his nonchalant attitude, embraced his hate for Itachi, whereas Naruto, with his positive attitude, couldn't accept the great loss and surrounded himself with sorrow. Although the two boys heavily focused on a single emotion, both still felt the others, but just to a lesser degree. After both of them were able to find their unique takeaways and come to a form of understanding with their experience, they finally woke up. Ugh, Naruto grunts as he slowly wakes up again, together with Sasuke, who also seems to be waking up. Both of them then sit up and took a look at each other. Sasuke, says Naruto, with his eyes starting to water. Naruto, says Sasuke, who's also on the verge of crying. The two Uchihas, after exchanging looks, then embraced each other in a big hug. Both of them started bawling their eyes out now that they realized what has happened. Neither of them willing to let the other go, as they knew they only had each other left. This crying continued for a few minutes until the third Hokage rushed into the room. Kids, you are finally awake, said the third Hokage whilst opening the door. Entering, the third Hokage saw that the two boys were in an emotional moment, so he decided to say no more and wait for the kids to calm down. Naruto and Sasuke, realizing that the third Hokage came in a hurry, probably meant that he had important matters with them, decided to stop crying and calm themselves down. After calming down, the two boys let go of each other and faced the third Hokage. So, Naruto, Sasuke, do you know what happened to the clan? Asks the third Hokage in a calm tone. This sudden question makes Naruto and Sasuke freeze, but both reply with a simple nod. Okay, would you kids feel alright to talk about it? Asks the third Hokage slowly and not wanting to pressure the boys. After hearing the question, Naruto and Sasuke took a deep breath before exchanging looks at each other. They looked at each other with mixed emotions for a good 30 seconds before they could reply. Lord Third, we growl, interrupts Naruto and Sasuke's stomach. Oh, it seems both of you are very hungry. It's fine, we can talk after we eat. I'm kind of hungry as well, and although it's pretty late now, I know just the place. Follow me, says the third Hokage, waving to the two Uchihas. Feeling that they were starving, Naruto and Sasuke hold hands and follow the third Hokage to some place to eat. At Ichiraku Ramen. On their way to the eating place, neither Naruto or Sasuke said anything. They both just hungrily followed the third Hokage. In just a few minutes of walking, they arrived at a food stand. This place is called Ichiraku Ramen, the perfect place to eat, says the third Hokage. Come on, follow me in, he gestures. After the third Hokage's gesture, the two boys follow him in. Hello, Lord Third. What is it you want to eat today? Asks the ramen man. I would like 3 bowls of the usual. Today, I've also brought some young customers with me who are very hungry, replies the third Hokage, pointing at the two Uchihas who are in the motion of sitting down on the chair. The next few minutes went by real quick. Everyone was quietly waiting for their food. Naruto and Sasuke just continued to hold hands and looked at the table, near motionless. But everything changed once the food came out. The sweet aroma of the ramen immediately caught both Naruto and Sasuke's attention. Like an addiction, Naruto and Sasuke started demolishing the ramen once it was in front of them. They scarfed down the meat along with the noodles and drank every drop of the soup. When Naruto and Sasuke finished their first bowl, they ordered another, again and again. Each time, the bowl was completely clean, not a speck of food was left. It wasn't until both of them had 3 whole bowls of ramen that they stopped. The third Hokage by this time only finished his first bowl, and seeing that the boys had finished eating, is now ready for answers. So, Naruto, Sasuke, can you tell me what happened at the Uchiha compound now? Asked the third Hokage. At the sound of this question, both Naruto and Sasuke stiffened and looked back down at the table. There was a half a minute pause until Sasuke finally broke the silence. It was Itachi. Itachi did it, Sasuke says, with a shadow over his head and half gritting his teeth. Itachi? He was the one who killed the Uchiha clan? The third Hokage says, dumbfounded. Yes, he was the one who told us he killed father, adds Naruto, also in an angry tone. Would you kids like to explain further? Asks the third Hokage gently, knowing he is pushing the boundaries. We were going home after the best experience of our lives at the birthday party. We were so excited we wanted to tell everything to our parents. All the good food, the eating competition we had, but most importantly, all the fun. We were so excited, but because of this, on our way home, we didn't even realize how suspicious it was that no one was outside and how the clan was extremely quiet. We walked into our house, and that's when we noticed something was wrong. All the lights were off, and nobody replied to our greeting. We discreetly explored the house until we walked upon our dad's body, Naruto says, now holding back tears. Sasuke, seeing that Naruto was no longer in a state able to continue talking, decided to continue the story. Naruto and I then grieved for our father's death, and for what seemed like forever. Eventually, Itachi appeared, and acted as someone entirely different. After Naruto saw Itachi, he ran up to him, searching for comfort, but midway, Itachi threw a kunai at him, threatening him to not step any closer. Itachi then explained to us that he was the one who massacred the clan, with the absurd reason to test his power. Itachi said we were too weak for him to kill, and only when we have the same eyes as him should we find him and face him. After that, his eyes seemed to merge into something similar to a pinwheel. Then he put us under a genjutsu. In the genjutsu, we were forced to rewatch the death of our family over and over. That damn Itachi. I'm going to kill him, says Sasuke, gritting his teeth out of anger. Lord Third, do you have any more questions? Asks Sasuke, patting Naruto's back, who was in tears. No, I simply wanted to know who caused the Uchiha massacre. Now then, since we finished with the hard subjects, let's move to something else, says the third Hokage, turning over to Naruto and Sasuke. Okay, what is it you wanted to tell us? Asks Naruto, now much calmer. So, as you may know, the Uchiha clan has been wiped out. Therefore, the previous riches of the Uchiha clan now have no owners. Because of this, it was the council's decision to confiscate most of the property and possessions of your Uchiha brethren. Obviously, you kids will still receive parts of the Uchiha fortune, but sadly, most of it will be confiscated, the third Hokage says guiltily. What? Why should they get it? Screams Sasuke. Shouldn't we be the ones to get our clan's money? Why should a couple of grumpy old geezers get our clan's possessions? Asks Naruto angrily. Well, I'm sorry. It's part of the law, and it just isn't reasonable to give a whole clan's fortune to 2 kids. Something I was able to preserve was your family's fortune, the third Hokage says, trying to reason with the 2 fuming kids. You kids will inherit all your family's money and a small portion of your whole clan's. This portion of the clan you will inherit includes your clan training grounds, the library, weapon storage, and cultural structures. With these funds and assets, sustaining your lifestyle until you become a shinobi will be extremely easy. Now something you kids must remember is that in 3 days, the civilians will come to clear the compound. During the meeting, we came to an agreement that all possessions outside your home or the designated areas will be confiscated. So, when you kids arrive home, remember to take all the important objects you want and keep it in your house. This way, they won't be able to take it. Also, I'll be giving you 2 weekly allowances from your parents' account. This is so I can check up on you two and monitor your weekly spendings. If you two need any help with cooking or money management, you can find me at the Hokage Tower, explains the third Hokage, while handing them their allowance for the week. Thanks, Lord Third, says Naruto, accepting the money from the third Hokage. Yeah, thank you very much for helping us, Lord Third, adds Sasuke. No need for the title, kids. Just call me Gramps, it's fine, says the third Hokage. Okay, thank you very much, Gramps, waves Naruto and Sasuke, as they quickly jump off their chairs and rush home without paying the bill. Hiruzen, finally realizing that they left without paying for their stack of bowls, lowers his head and sulks. Ugh! Damn you two! Calls out the third Hokage as he hands his wallet over to the ramen shop owner. And this, guys, is where I'm going to end What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Part 10. Just a second reminder, remember to like and subscribe to my channel and share this channel with your friends so they may experience the story as well. Also, comment down below if you have any questions and what you want this channel's future to be like. Maybe some Among Us videos or some live streams. Just comment them all down below. This will be the end of this week's video, so until next time, see ya!